Crazy, crazy time we live in. I believe firmly in being self-reliant, independent, all of that stuff. Just like I know in a lot of my subscribers, we all think of the same line. But what a crazy world we find ourselves in. Well, good afternoon. My name is Tom. Welcome to the state of Maine. Raining outside. I'm just sitting here playing with some ammunition. Working on the number 4 bird shot for the 44 Magnum. But I figured I'd turn the camera on and basically we could sit here, enjoy the rainy day and have a cup of coffee and talk about whatever, I guess. Crazy, crazy time we live in. I believe firmly in being self-reliant, independent, all of that stuff. Just like I know in a lot of my subscribers, we all think of the same line. But what a crazy world we find ourselves in. I was talking this morning to someone on the phone, and never in my wildest dreams, back in the 80s and the 90s, you know, 2000 up to 2010, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think we would be living in a country where we're at right now. It never even crossed my mind. It never even crossed my mind. That's why, you know, this channel is about self-reliance. I don't care what it is. If you're reliant on anybody to meet your needs, I really believe that you are messing up. You don't have to be a professional at nothing to meet your own needs most times. If a lot of stuff falls under keep it simple, stupid. Everything in this country has gotten extremely complicated now. Extremely. Everybody, you know, I was getting a car worked on yesterday. We had the same conversation with the mechanics. A lot of mechanics nowadays, the younger ones, rely too much on the computers to solve their mechanical problems while they're working on your car. You know, if you're paying, like right now, we pay $100 an hour plus to have our vehicles worked on in the state of Maine. Well, if that's what you're doing, you definitely don't want someone working on your car that doesn't exactly know what they're doing at $100 an hour. And I got a feeling there's a lot of that going on right now. I just, myself, I've been searching for a different place to do business, and I just found a new place. Because the other place I've had for over 30 years, and now the bullet for the pack, the place that I've done business with for more than 30 years, me and my wife for more than 30 years. They changed hands. They sold out, and the new guy that's got it, I don't believe he's 30. But the problem is when the old guy got done, so did a lot of the mechanics that was there. They moved on. So now, that's why I need to find a different spot. You know, we don't need to go down that road too far. It's just, I don't feel that the caliber of mechanic that's in there now is where it's at for $100 an hour. So I've been searching around, and I found a place yesterday. I had to have some work done. It was really an interview for them guys. I had a piece on the transmission that needed to be replaced on the outside. So I ended up at this shop anyways, and what I liked about the shop And I asked a whole bunch of questions. And I did my research before we even went to them. They've been in business for 1 billion years. The father started it. The son is running it now. His son is one of the mechanics. And I got there. My appointment was at 8:30 in the morning. They open at 8 o'clock. Everybody I saw coming through the door and working out in the garage was about 50 years old. Except for the son, which was probably around 30. But these guys knew their stuff inside and out. You could just tell. I mean, these were old mechanics that had been at it for a long time. So guess where I'm going now? And we got on that topic of too many mechanics now, dealerships, the whole 9 yards, rely too much on their computer to diagnose your car. Boy, you know what? I think I just did that one wrong. I better set that one aside. Well, maybe not. We'll see. We got on that topic of too many mechanics are relying on the computer to diagnose their car. And that's what I saw in the place that I was just doing business with for 30 years. They would plug in the little computer underneath the dash there, and then they had more questions, you know, too much guessing. I guess it's this, I guess it's that. I didn't hear any of that coming from the 50-year-old mechanics. So, this old boy just swapped. But I think that down the road, that's going to become a huge issue. You know, a huge problem. And especially with everybody pushing these electric cars. Is it going to take an electrician to work on your electric car? Or is it going to take a mechanic? Hadn't thought about that, had you? Oh, it's electricity. It's electricity no matter how you cut it. Oh, you guys don't like it, do you? When I bring up these questions. When I bring up these questions that really make you think. Well, I'm interested in this load. This is a number 4 with 9.3 grains of powder. I got a feeling this one's going to be a good one. 26 pellets. 26 lead pellets in there of number 4. So anyways, I don't know. I lost my train of thought now. They better get a handle on it, because there's a whole lot of vehicles that are going to need some work. Whole lot of vehicles are going to need some work. And it doesn't look like they're building up any worthwhile mechanics anyways. At least around here. You know, when I look at a mechanic, a guy ought to be able to put the thing in a box in parts and pieces and be able to put it together, you know. At that particular garage, there's an old guy in there that does the transmission work. And they was telling me how one guy will tear the transmission apart, put it in, he said it's like a dishwasher for washing pots. Put it in the parts washer, wash the parts overnight, and then the transmission guy will come in the morning, take all the parts out, spread them out on the floor, and put the transmission together. Well, that's a guy that really knows his craft. And that's the kind of guy I want working on my vehicle. So, I don't know where this video, where it went off the tracks or whatever. I've lost my train of thought from what we were talking about at the very beginning. So hopefully this all comes together and makes a little bit of sense. maybe to wrap it all up, I think it had something to do with being self-reliant. Self-reliant, take care of yourself. You really, you got to know how to do the basics. You've got to have, at least in my world, you don't have to be able to fix everything you own. But if you ought to be able to put food on your table without having to worry about what the government's going to do or what your local government's going to do. Keep your life in that where you constantly can, what your next move is going to be when they try to pull the rug out from under you. So I guess that's where I was going at the very beginning of this video. But anyways, hey, you guys have a cup of coffee with me. I'm going to punch out some more of these rounds and take it from there.